welcome back to the Reality Receipts podcast starring me, Storytime with Ricky.
And me, Reality Ashley. And as you can see, we have a very special guest today. Love it. We have Angelique from Sneaky Links on Netflix. So if you've been listening to our podcast, you know we've been watching, recapping. We absolutely love it. It's been a really cool new concept for a dating show and has added a lot of spice and excitement. So why don't we start way at the beginning and you tell us how you found yourself on this show and what did you think you were going into when you got there?
So I was supposed to be casted on The Bachelor, Joey's season, whenever Joey's season was, and I was supposed to fly out, had my flights, had my film date, and then I dislocated and broke my finger. My dog ran while my hand was on his leash, and it just whoop, popped out. So I was supposed to have surgery, couldn't go, and was just always in like the casting realm. And then someone sent me a message saying, hey, we're casting for this new dating show. Would you be interested? So I'm like, heck yeah, like why not? I don't have anything else to do. I'm single. And yeah, I got my casting call. During my casting call, she was like, I assume she was on her phone, and she's like, tell me what's your type, who you're interested in. Like, do you have anyone you've been like hooking up with lately? And I thought I was just having like a girls chat, like girls do, like, let me see him, girl. And little do I know, reached out to Travis, reached out to whoever else. But I know Travis had his like casting call right after I had my casting call. So yeah, that's how they found both of us. I didn't know I was going on Sneaky Links, didn't know we were going to be put together, didn't know, I mean, from casting till the very end, you don't know what's happening the whole time you're filming or being casted. So it was quite a like an adventure into the unknown.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I have to ask though, now that you saw Joey's season, do you think that you would have liked him, or are you glad that that did not happen?
I honestly didn't watch the season because
Oh, okay.
I was too hurt that I couldn't go. And
Yeah.
before I was like, he has a palm tree tattoo. I have my Polynesian tattoo, like we're meant to be. I was like really manifesting it, and then I was just like pretty bummed when it didn't work out. So yeah, I could never watch his season, but I believe he's happy.
Yes.
That's so funny. I think like watching Sneaky Links, like by like episode 3, we forget like who's Sneaky Link. I was like, who did Angelique come with? And it was actually Travis, who obviously we love him from watching the show.
Yeah.
Were you surprised to see him there? Was he actually your Sneaky Link? Because we heard that some people weren't even like really Sneaky Links. They were just like,
yeah,
like
some
kissing.
people had kissed, some people had hooked up one time, some people like Manny and Samira dated in high school. I would say me and Travis were the only like true Sneaky Links in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was my real Sneaky Link, however way you want to think about that. But we knew going in like we were never going to be together, or else we would have already tried to be together before the show. And we knew it wasn't. So like night one, I think we just already had in the back of our minds, like, we're going to try with other people, as other people on the show did as well. Like, other people knew night one they didn't want to be with that person.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
So obviously, when you first saw Colt, there was like an immediate connection there, and you guys started growing something immediately. Like you knew there wasn't going to be any relationship type thing with Travis. So when you guys went to the spicy suite, do you feel like that really like solidified things, and that's where you were like going to be sort of a couple, or were you still kind of weary, like this isn't for sure and I got to keep my options open?
I don't think the spicy suite changed anything. It was just like you guys have an overnight date. And the whole thing that I was, both of us were bothered by was like, we want to hang out in the daytime. And the rules of the Sneaky Link Motel were you have a new Sneaky Link at night, but you can't talk about what happens during Sneaky Link hours at night during the day. And so for like the first week, me and Colt were like, we want a day date. Like, put me and Colt together during the day. Stop putting me with Travis, because we also had to go to therapy with our Sneaky Links. And so when I'm talking on the show and I'm like, does Spicy Maddie know that we're sneaky linking? Like, I feel bad about this. It's because I felt bad that we were only allowed to see each other at night on our beds. Like, can we hang out during the day, put us together? And they weren't doing that. So when I was awarded the spicy suite, I was kind of just a little bothered because like I don't want to do what I'm already doing in my bedroom with him every single night, which is like we just sit on the bed and talk. Like we want to be together during the day.
Yeah.
So the spicy suite wasn't really any different than uh it wasn't any different other than that we are allowed to spend the night together because before that you sneaky link hours end at 2 a.m. and you each go back to your own room. So the
Okay.
only thing that was different
Okay.
was we got to like we were the first people allowed to like stay the night together, but it was
Okay.
still all the same. And
Yeah.
I think very much in dating, like you're never solidified until you're boyfriend and girlfriend, and even then, you're not
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, you never know.
It didn't change anything for me. It was just like, here's another day, another night we've now spent together.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
I
So,
think it looks like it changed something because the very next day is when Kelsey comes in.
right.
So
Right.
it looks like something happened, but it didn't.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So when Kelsey, we obviously talked to Kelsey and we found
Yeah.
out that her and Colt actually knew each other or had some type of run-in before the show.
Yeah.
Were you aware of that? Like,
Yeah, so he told me the night she came in, he was like, I know Kelsey, we know each other from Nashville. And I told him, I was like, you guys are gonna have a strong connection. You guys know the same people, you know the same neighborhoods. You're already gonna have that like quick, instant connection that me and you don't have. So I already knew this all was coming. And me and Colt were, I feel somewhat mature about the situation. We were both pretty, I was very communicative with him and it wasn't always reciprocated.
Yes.
okay.
Yeah,
So
we
you
saw
knew
that.
Kelsey was going to be an issue immediately.
Yeah, I wouldn't say an issue. I just knew she was exactly his type. They were both from Nashville. This is like his ideal girl. And when someone like that comes around, I mean, if someone like that came around for me, it would turn my head as well. If I'm like, wow, this person's from California, they're tall,
Yeah.
they play basketball.
Is that your type? So somebody that's tall and plays basketball.
Yeah.
Slide in the DM.
Yeah, we heard yesterday that Colt is 6'7". We didn't realize he was that kind of tall, but I guess it
Yeah,
doesn't.
I think he.
I don't know. It just
know
doesn't
about,
come across on screen, but
I don't know about 6'7" because I think
oh,
Justin's
okay.
6'7" and Justin's taller, but whatever. What's 2 inches?
Maybe he was just adding a couple inches when he told people.
Did he say that
So
he's 6'7"?
no, I think Zoe told us that. So I don't know where she heard it, but I'm assuming she didn't measure him. So she probably heard it from him. So it might be a little bit of a lie.
I'm around a lot of tall people, and I think he's a little shorter, but still, he's like 6'7".
Yeah.
It's all tall enough.
Yeah, whenever they say a height, you just have to take a few inches off. We all know that. So
Yeah. Even
to
NBA
get
players
the
do that too.
truth.
They lie on whatever gets reported to the NBA website. I'm like, why does this say you're 6'3" on here and you're clearly 6 feet? They lie. They all lie. And
They
get
all
away with
lie
it.
about their height. They lie about everything apparently,
Yep,
but
true.
whatever. We'll get there.
Yeah, the height is the least of it. That's where the lies start, and then it just snowballs from there. So, so obviously a big moment after Kelsey arrived, and you found out about the kiss, and at the link lowdown, you had a little confrontation with Kelsey. So do you regret not going harder at Colt, or do you like the way it went down? Do you have any thoughts about that, or wishing like maybe you stayed the same at Kelsey but gave a little to Colt, or just gave it to Colt? What are
I
your
don't like
thoughts
the way
about
it's
it?
shown because I did address Colt.
Oh,
And
okay.
also, Spicy Maddie asked me at the table, like, why are you maybe not addressing Colt? And I was like, because Colt's going to be in my room tonight. I can have this conversation with him while he's in my bedroom. Whereas with Kelsey, I might not get to talk to her because production controls who you can talk to and who you can't. And so I don't know, if I'm dating someone, we can have a private conversation. I don't need to put it out there to the group. But when it's someone that I don't know, like, yeah, I'm going to lay it out here on the group. I might not get to talk to you again. And I also just felt like if I meet a girl and I'm out and she's like, hey, I'm kind of talking to this guy, we've been doing this, da 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 da, I'm not going to go after that man. That's just me. And whether I'm on a dating show, whether I don't know, whether I'm drunk as hell or on a dating show, I'm not going to go after a man after a girl tells me that she's interested in him, just off limits. And so that's why I was bothered, because Brandon was single. Colt was single. There were other people who weren't as close as me and Colt were, because me and Colt were together from day one, and this was now day 8. So I just felt disrespected. And if you look at Zoe and Corinthian's date, Zoe asked not to be touched. She wanted to do the massaging. And it's definitely bad on Colt. Like, that's fucked up that he went and did that. But I mean, I also saw videos of like Kelsey unbuttoning his shirt. And it's like in the back of my head, I would not be doing all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're more of a girl's girl. Like, you're more of a, like, you know, because on these dating shows, it's like, it's free reign. Like, these girls don't care. They got to get them where they fit in. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's
Clearly.
that's why dating shows are so toxic, because they push you to do things you wouldn't do in the real world. So I
Yeah.
think Kelsey's definitely a girl's girl. I just think that dating shows can make you step on people's toes because you don't know them,
Right.
and make you act a little different. So
Yeah.
yeah, at that table, it looks like I'm only addressing Kelsey. I did address Colt, but it was just, I felt like I needed to address her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fair. Okay, so let's get into the challenges of it all, because I think the challenge that everybody can't seem to forget about is the fact that this man served both of you guys a meal, and he didn't know your allergy. Like, how are you guys like 8 days in and he didn't even know what you were allergic to?
Okay, in my defense, I don't tell a lot of people I'm allergic to avocados because I'm
Okay.
also vegan and I try to be gluten-free. So
Okay.
it's embarrassing to be vegan and gluten-free and allergic to avocados. So I don't want to just like word vomit it. But
Okay.
it was actually really cute because he knew that I didn't like tomatoes. And so he like cut up the tomatoes to give it flavor and then hand picked out the tomatoes because he knew I didn't like them. And they don't
Okay.
put that in. But it was really cute that he did that. But yeah, so he serves me and then he's like, hold on. And I don't know if I just blacked out in that moment, but I thought that like maybe there was dessert or something he was going back for. And then he just walks over and serves Kelsey. And I just remember looking at all the guys' faces, their jaws dropped, like there were audible gasps. All the girls just stared at me. They were like, what the fuck is happening? And in that moment, I just wish he had never even wasted his time cooking for me. Like, cook for Kelsey. Like, don't be spending your time on 2 women. And so I was just annoyed. I'm like, wrong decision, my guy. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
wrong decision number 3, and then now you're gonna make wrong decision 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, if we count the ending of the show.
Yeah. All the wrong decisions. He literally didn't make a right decision the whole entire
No.
time he was there.
No.
No.
And it was weird coming off our show because Love Island was filming, and I remember seeing Cordell serve Serena and then serve another girl, and I was like, girl, that shit just happened to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I was a little bit more composed, and maybe I should have been a little bit more Serena-esque with my response.
Yeah, like, take this shit. I
Yes.
want it.
He is lucky that he did not end up wearing the tacos because, yeah, that definitely could have been where it went. So you guys were being very understanding with him. Another thing he was not good at is painting. He is no Picasso, that's for sure.
Yeah, no.
He did not do you justice with the painting, and I think it just proved another moment where he was not good at listening to you. So, but it did give you a little companion to chat with later. So,
Oh, yeah.
That was
what
funny.
were you thinking when you saw his painting? Were you
So while we were doing this challenge, people kept walking by Colt painting and just cracking up. And so I knew something bad was happening. And then I started piecing together that he was actually painting me. And you know it's not going to go well when someone tries to do a portrait of you. And so when he revealed it, I think I was just kind of shocked and I had no words. And it's embarrassing for me because I was so hideous. So I was kind of embarrassed myself. And I'm like, all right, just say he did a good job.
Right.
But yeah,
he did
that
not do you justice?
No.
You were
It was-
buff. You were so buff. In
Yeah.
that picture.
I was buff, like my eyebrows were my eyebrows, and it looked like a sleep paralysis demon. I actually hung it in my window at the motel so people walking by would see it and people across the hall could see it. And there were times when production would be walking by and get a jump scare because it was terrifying.
It was terrifying. That's actually
It
really
was.
funny.
Terrifying. I think they didn't show this in filming, but my exit from the motel, I did a take where I was walking out with the painting, and
Oh,
they should
that's
have made
good.
it, but they didn't.
What did you do with it? What did you do with the
I don't
painting?
know what they did with it. I hope they
Oh,
burned it.
oh, okay. You
Oh,
didn't keep
I hope it
it.
was burned.
You didn't keep
you
it.
didn't
It's
put it on the
all.
plane with you.
Absolutely not. I would have taken my masterpiece that I made. I wanted to put that in my house, but
Yeah, they
another
took that
one,
too.
don't.
Okay, that's
That's
okay.
the pets of hell.
Yeah. So when Colt publicly declared you, I thought that was like a moment of strength. Like I was like, oh my God, like good for him. Like he's committing to her
Yep.
publicly. Like how did it make you feel in that moment? And then watching it back, I think we see him go back to his room and like call you both that night, right? Doesn't
So
he?
he called Kelsey because it was really difficult when we were sitting there and he commits to me and then no one commits to Kelsey. Like no one stands up, it's just dead silence. And it was awful, like seeing that happen. And what's not shown is after that, we all walk out to the pool. It's me, Zoe, Travis, and Colt. And Zoe immediately goes off on Colt. She was like, that was a lame ass speech. Like, Angelique's more than loyal. You're not saying anything good about her. And Zoe is just going off. And me and Travis are sitting there like, oh, fuck. We're like, Zoe, this is supposed to be a happy moment, happy time. We're committed. We're
Yeah.
good. And so
Right.
that kind of set Colt off into a mood. And
Okay.
so when he's back in his room kind of pouting, I think that it was because how things with Kelsey went down and also because what was supposed to be a happy moment got turned into kind of like a frustrating moment. But looking back, Zoe was right. Like she had the right to go off on him and to be like, fuck that. That speech sucked. Angelique's been so much more than just loyal to you.
Mhm.
So that's also why he was upset. And watching it back, I think Kelsey did deserve a call. Like she was pretty down. And I don't know if he had been telling her, like, I'm going to commit to you. So I think maybe she was blindsided. And yeah, I think that that call was well deserved. And I wish that that had been the end of it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Was
watching it back, were you shocked to see how much they were still communicating after that? Like their little, I know you kind of saw it when you were there, but like their little corner chats and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I was surprised because I was just blatantly lied to. I was lied to at the pool by Kelsey telling me, I asked her about their conversation at the icebox. She just lies to me. She said, we both moved on. He lied to me. And it's crazy watching it and being like, oh, you're lying to me within 5 minutes of what just went down. And it's hurtful and it's definitely triggering still watching it.
Mhm.
I think I kind of like glazed over it, but yeah, watching it back, it's like, damn, that was pretty fucked up to do. You could have just been honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When do you think the shift happened for Colt from from you to Kelsey? Like, because we seen him, it seemed like to the audience just watching that he started trying to come up with excuses, right?
Mhm.
Like, oh, well, we don't align on this. And like the whipped cream thing, right, was so ridiculous. Like, you just got
Double
your
standard.
abs licked. And
Yeah.
I can't, like, obviously, you're being petty. You're doing it to like, okay, two can play this game type of thing. And then he just uses it full throttle to say, oh, I'm on Kelsey. When do you think the shift happened for him and what was truly the reason?
I think that it had been happening because it was a really stressful time when Kelsey came in and we were kind of arguing a lot and having like just these long conversations about it. And there were
Mhm.
nights when we were just like crying in bed because it was so rough on us. And I
Mm,
think that it was just like we weren't happy. And so when you're not happy and then you like see one thing happen so quickly, and there's a time where I say, like, I thought you were just going to see this through. Like, I want to be happy. I want to wake up with you and be happy. But we had just been so rough. And so it was like, oh, one thing came along. You know what? We're done.
Yeah.
So I think it was a cop out, but then it was just like the continual dragging of me. Like I try to keep things pretty, I don't like to drag people through the mud. Like if
right.
we're done, we're done. I don't need to keep talking shit about you. I don't need to keep saying things like we can move on. And
Mhm.
that didn't happen in the motel. And I mean, it's still going on now. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
just, that was his reason, whatever, fine. He didn't
Yeah.
need to keep talking about it like he did.
Okay.
It seemed like when he went on the date with Lulu, that's sort of when you finally realized, like, this is not going where I thought it was. So did that kind of like seal the deal for you, realizing that you're not like he's not going to be committed the way you thought?
So that date that he went on with Lulu, he told me he wasn't going to go on. So when I walked out to the pool and everyone's like, he's on a date with Lulu, I was like, he's on a date with Lulu? Like, he told me today at the white party where we have a conversation that he's not going to go on a date with Lulu. So I was just like, you know what? I can't keep doing this. And I forgot what I was. So I kept doing this, and that night with Lulu was the very first night that we didn't spend together. We had spent every single night up until that night together, and so I just knew, like, if we're not spending the night tonight, we're done.
Yeah. I know it's probably hard to like relive it all and see it all and then have to talk about it all again. So let's not talk about Colt for a second. And I saw in your comments on TikTok, you mentioned like having more sneaky link time with Justin or more of a date with Justin that we never got to see. So tell us about your connection there or what happened with you and Justin.
Yeah, so the first night me and Colt weren't together. So the very first night after, not to keep talking about Colt, but the first
okay.
night
We're going to get back to him, don't you worry.
Yeah, and he's going to pop up eventually.
He'll always come back around.
Yes.
So after his date with Lulu, I was like, okay, we're done. The very next night, I sneaky linked with both Justin and David, and I was like, hell yeah, not me making my way to two different people's rooms, and they didn't show it. So I was interested in. What'd you say?
I said I wish we would have seen that.
Yeah, they didn't show a lot, but I was interested in both of them. And Brandon was obviously with JC, so I'm like, okay, you're off limits. At the astrology challenge, I asked about Justin, David, and Brandon. So I asked about all of them. And yeah, me and Justin spent time together. We spent poolside time together. We were on the double date with them. So yeah, I got along with him. I got along with all of them. I just think I was kind of like really burned and really bummed. And I'm like, I don't even have energy for this. They asked me, Chloe asked me at a challenge, like, Angelique, how are you feeling about everything? And I was like, at this point, I'm just here for the girls. And I got sent home the very next day. So I was like, yep, that's what did it. I said, I'm not interested in anyone because I wasn't.
Yeah, it's hard when you've had that bond with somebody like the whole way through.
Yep.
And then it's like, not only did we just break up, but like, I have to see you with another girl. Like, I think anyone would have, wanted to go at that point. And what is his name? Surfer boy, surfer man. He was Logan. He was so into you. Did you guys ever get a chance to connect? He was trying to throw Colt under the bus so he could get to you.
I know. Logan kept surprising me like day after day after day. I was like, oh my gosh, Logan. I actually was just with him. He came to San Francisco for me and Travis's watch party. So I spent the whole week with him running around, and then we're going to see each other in Nashville again this weekend. But Logan is a favorite of the women, and he has many women in the DMs. He has many women wanting to meet him at our watch party. All my friends were like, can you introduce me to Logan? Introduce me to Logan. Introduce me to Logan. My mom was like, who's Logan? I'm like, okay, So I'm letting everyone, not that Logan's giving them pieces, but I'm letting him relish in the overflow of women who are messaging him and wanting to meet him right now, and I'll be around.
So there's not a romantic...
I was just about to ask that.
I know, we're both thinking it.
Words right out of my mouth.
We're very flirty, but right now I'm letting him do his thing.
Okay, so a possible romantic connection after things simmer.
Yes, I'd say.
Oh my God, okay.
We love that.
After things simmer, because I think that's a connection that I would have really liked to see, because from the beginning, he was like, Angelique's the only one that I'm interested in, besides Nicole, like Angelique, but you were tied up. Like Colt really did, unfortunately, waste your experience there, and that sucks. And I'm sorry for that. He sucks. He sucks. Okay. So tell us what's been going on post show, because you guys are like kind of in like a internet beef right now. Like,
post show. I mean, even yesterday, Colt texted the group and had an issue with something I put on my story. And I'm like, you're not my PR manager. And the issue was, the question said, are you and Colt together right now? And my response was, I think he's dating someone. And Colt sent it to the group and was like, hey, just so we're all on the same page, you need to answer this yes or no. And the girls were backing me up. They're like, she just said, I think you're dating someone. And he was like, well, where are you getting that information from? And then one of the girls sent an article to the group and was like, she's getting that from this article. And he's like, well, that's not what said. Read this other article. And I'm like, sorry, I'm not reading every piece of information that comes out about you. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And he's like, well, you just need to say yes or no. And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
as I said, you're not my PR agent. You're not in control of what I'm doing. You're out here
Yeah.
dragging me left and right, posting our messages, doing whatever. Like, you have no right to tell me what to do. Like, you do you, and I'm going to keep doing me.
Mhm.
So that was yesterday, and that really pissed me off. And
Mhm.
then, yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at I don't have him on TikTok, but I don't know if he's
Mhm.
like still posting screenshots of our messages or like posting stuff. Just, I don't know what he's saying, but I just feel like he's dragging me, and I don't think I wouldn't move like that, but
Right. He's being really smug. Like from what I seen, I read the swoon.com article and he almost made it seem like you guys are still in contact or that there's something going on because he didn't just say, "Oh, we're just friends." He was like, "We're nothing serious right now." And it's like, what does that mean? You're like alluding to something, right?
totally. So I don't know. So his article came out and then my article came out a few days later.
Right.
So I don't know if he saw my article where I say the opposite and then he was just like, well, fuck, if Angelique's not going to go along with what I'm saying, then like she's going to go through it. And now I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm flipping a switch on her.
Right.
So I don't know. I still haven't had a conversation with him. I don't really care to, but I am going to Nashville this weekend and we'll see. I mean, we're going to dinner with the group on Saturday. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, everyone was like, we're bummed you're not here in Austin with us. And I was
Right.
like, honestly, Colt needs to be on his home turf if he wants to talk to
Yeah.
me because I'm not down to like fuck around with him.
Right.
Well,
Because he's
he better not be dating anyone because we heard he had a lot of stragglers hanging around in Austin, apparently.
Oh,
So
yeah, I
he
heard.
obviously hasn't changed his ways.
Yeah, no. And he's out here saying, like, oh, I saw some things from Angelique after the motel. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And like, what are you doing? Because I know what you were doing in Austin. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, the
I
whole
Yeah.
wasn't,
cast knows.
I wasn't in Austin, so I didn't see anything. But yeah, and I mean, some of the girls have been DM'd by girls in Nashville that he is talking to or had things with. So it's all,
Yes,
Did-
Kelsey said he was with someone apparently right before filming and then right after. So
Mhm.
yeah.
yeah,
So he
he's
told me when we were in the motel that he had been with someone the night before he left for filming. So I already knew that.
okay. That's good.
Okay.
I
Well,
asked all the
At
questions.
least he told someone.
at least he was honest about it.
He was honest in the beginning, I
Mm.
think, at least, and then just started being dishonest towards the
Yeah.
end. But for the most part, I knew all the things. Like someone tried telling me today, "Did you know he was married?" And I'm like, "Yeah, everyone on the show knew that. He told us night one."
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said that he said in his article, like he mentioned it a lot during filming. I guess they just decided they didn't tell the audience that at all because it was a shock when I read it.
Yeah.
But do you think that Colt's feelings for you were genuine at all? Or do you think this was all an act, that he was acting?
I had hoped that they were genuine, or I at least wanted to talk to him and ask him that. But I have heard that he has had conversations with people telling them that it was all an act, the whole entire thing.
Mm.
Which
Wow.
I could see it being true, which is just crazy. I mean, people go on reality TV for many different reasons.
Yeah.
Some just showcase their acting skills. And I think if that's what he wants to do, he did a great job. He just didn't need to drag some people through the mud to do that.
Yeah, he needs an
Yeah.
Oscar because it's
Yeah.
like you saying I love you, you getting busy. Like, sir, where's the action? These are all very real things that are happening here. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that I love you was not believable at all.
Right,
And you saw
right.
Kelsey even be like, what?
Yeah.
you
Like,
what?
where did that come from?
You do? Since when? I don't even know
Yeah.
you. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Kelsey did mention as well that he was even flirting with Chloe, the host. Did you see that at all, or you didn't
Yeah,
think
so
anything of
post
it?
show, we bumped into Chloe at a restaurant and she came up to us and was like, Angelique, just so you know, like every time I was flirting back with Colt, production was telling me to do it in my ear. So yeah, there was a lot of flirting going on between the two of them. And I think
Mm.
Colt's just a flirty person. He's gonna flirt whether he's
Yeah.
single, married.
You
Nothing
think
stops
that
him.
you think Chloe was interested, or
I don't know. I think
Okay.
some things have been a little suspicious post-show,
Mm.
and
Like what?
Do
during
tell.
I don't want to say it because it's just going to bring more attention to them. I mean, in the beginning, Chloe only followed Colt on Instagram, didn't follow any of the girls,
Okay.
was commenting on his posts, and had not followed any of us, but
Mhm.
maybe they're in the same friend group. I don't know. I don't want it to look bad on Chloe, but it was
Mm.
just really suspicious to all the girls. Where like, why has Chloe not followed us? Shouldn't she be supporting the people that are on her show? And to
Mhm.
see that it was only Colt and we're like the only people that were flirting the whole time we were filming, like that's a little fishy to us.
Mm-hmm. And he just
Yes.
threw it out there that he was interested. Like he like made a joke about it, right? Like, oh, unless Chloe's interested, then
Yeah, he
like,
did
you
that.
know.
He did do that night one. And then during our astrology challenge, he asked what Chloe's birth chart was to see their compatibility. And me and Chloe are born on the same day at the same time. And I was like, Colt, you're
What?
just like, your compatibility is the same as yours and mine. Me and Chloe have the same birthday, the same exact chart.
That's
How?
crazy.
That's actually very interesting. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Like,
Yeah.
what a coincidence.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
so
it's
odd. When they were reading her chart out to her, I'm like, why does this sound exactly like me? And I'm like, Chloe, when's your birthday? What time were you born? And I'm like, oh, this is all making sense now.
Yeah.
that's wild. The
That's
exact same time, like that.
Yeah,
What are
like
the
right
odds of
around
that?
12 p.m. on March 5th.
oh wow.
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 Yes.
That's
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Is it safe to say that you and Colt will be having a chat this Saturday?
I don't know. I can't decide if that man is owed my time or not. I mean,
Fair.
we're all going to be at dinner together. I can't decide if I should sit far away from him, close to him.
And
Yeah,
Kelsey will be there too.
yeah, Kelsey will be
Okay.
there. She lives there. And I can't decide if that man is owed my time at all after all he's done and all the lies he's told.
Yeah. Yeah, it
I
just
that
don't know.
seems
makes sense.
so weird. Like because he's posting text trying to prove himself, and then he's saying he did talk to you, that you guys had like a FaceTime call. His receipts aren't receipting. So I'm like, I don't really know what you're trying to prove here, but like Travis is engaged. Like, what the hell happened? Like,
Well,
Yeah.
which we did
That
clear
was
that up
confusing.
with Zoe yesterday. We cleared that up. Like, so we know that it was not that Travis. Damn it, no.
Yeah. We
yeah.
thought there was a sneaky links engagement.
Yeah, there's that. There's also people are like, JC, why is she asking about you? And because I had heard a rumor that Colt was trying to fly girls out from the show post filming, like right after. And so I'm doing process of elimination. I'm like, okay, who has Colt not had time with? And so that's why I was like, why is JC commenting on your thing? But I was also like tipsy and I shouldn't have said that. But I was kind of
Right.
trying to be like, you're being shady. And yeah, I mean, as you said, his receipts aren't receipting as he
Yeah.
thought they would, and
Yeah.
it's just childish.
Yeah.
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 Very childish.
Very
I'm like, you want me
So-
to post your Instagram DMs? Because I can do that if you want
Oh,
me.
yes, do that.
Yes, we do. Yes, post them, girl.
Yeah. If he's not nice to you this weekend, then just post it all. I might as well just get it all
Oh
out
my
there
gosh.
because he deserves it.
He's a menace. He doesn't seem to like really have any boundaries or like really any care. Like when Kelsey said that he hooked up with two girls, like from her section in her bathroom in front of her face, like this was all a game to you. Like
Wait,
that.
Yeah.
Wait, what was said?
Wait. Oh, yes. Right. Right.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Kel- Kelsey said they were at a bar in Nashville. She had a section with friends. Colt like deliberately grabbed two girls, went into that section's bathroom with the two women and like hooked
Oh,
up with them.
Damn,
Yeah.
I didn't know
So
that, but that doesn't surprise me.
I made a clip of it. It's on our TikTok, and
Okay.
Colt was in the comments, and he said, "That's wild. Like, just wait, like as though he has a response coming." So obviously he's
Post-show
gonna
or pre-show?
like post show.
Damn. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't surprise me. I mean, he's a tall, attractive man, which is
Yeah.
why women I mean, basically do what I did, hopefully to a lesser extent. Also, that is what Kelsey did, but this is why he like keeps doing it because there's always going to be women that are like, oh, you're so beautiful, and like maybe I can
Yeah.
fix you, and it's just
Maybe I can.
And I imagine now that he's on TV, it's probably way worse now because even though people will see the way he acted, they're still gonna think I can change him or he'll be different for me. So that's why I was shocked to hear you say he's dating someone because it sounds like he's still up to his old tricks. So you'll have to
Yeah.
see what happens in Nashville. But do you think he would bring this person he's dating to like meet you guys, or no?
No, because I don't think he's dating them now.
Oh, okay, that makes
I don't
sense.
think. I mean, after all the messages and the things I've heard that have happened, I don't think he's dating them. So I don't think
No.
he would bring them around. But I mean, if he's doing what he was doing in Kelsey's section and he's doing what he did in Austin, I wouldn't be surprised if I see him bring some girls around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the messages you're getting are just like women telling you they've hooked up with him, or
Yeah, kind of like, well, it wasn't me that got messages. It was other people getting messages that are like, hey, just want to let you know this and this and this happened with Colt. And it's kind of like, if I was in that position, I don't really care. So like if you need closure on your end, fine, but like we're good. So yeah, it's just messages from people that have had relations with Colt before
Yeah.
or post show that are messaging the girls.
Mm,
Yeah. And you're like, we don't
mm.
want to know this.
Yeah, we're like, it doesn't matter to us. Like read the
Yeah.
articles.
Read the articles. You're right. Like, we're not together. It would matter if we were together, but like, clearly we're
Yeah.
not together. I know in one of his articles, he alluded to the fact, just kidding. He alluded to the fact that the reason that he's a man whore is because he was married for 6 years and he's like sowing his wild oats. But
Yeah.
that's just like, he kind of
There's
like
a lot of
implied that in the article. Like,
A lot of oats. I mean, you do whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy. Just if you're gonna be out doing whatever you're doing, then own it, but
Yeah.
don't try to take it back. Like own your shit. Like in the
Yeah.
beginning of the show, I say I'm moving out of my hoe phase because I'm owning that. I was in
Right.
a hoe phase. I
Mhm.
got out of a 6-year relationship very much like Colt. I was in a hoe phase and now I'm not. But like
Yeah.
if I was in a hoe phase, I would just own it. I'm in a hoe phase. Like
Right.
stop hiding.
Yeah, Colt, you're in your hoe phase. Like, you need
Yeah.
to just own it. You're
Tell
out
people.
slinging that thing left and right. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. You just gotta own it, because I think he's still like being super. Like, I think the last TikTok I saw of him was like him basically implying like, I didn't do anything wrong. I just didn't want you guys. And it's like, you told this
That's
girl
not-
you loved her, and like that's not what you were portraying on screen. So like it wasn't just a like I just didn't want them type of thing. Like, he's being so smug about it, which is super annoying. Like,
Yeah, I think smug is definitely the right word, where he's just trying to be like, it's not my fault I didn't want them. It's not my fault they weren't up to my standards. It's not my fault they were this and they were that. And it's like, you don't have to act like that.
yeah.
Like, he thinks he's like a superstar he thinks he's Harry Jowsey. And I don't even.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I was like, he's like a Harry Jousey wannabe knockoff and not as hot. So I'm just
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't
He's
even
trying.
think, I don't even think Harry Jowsey would be saying. I think Harry Jowsey still has a little respect for the people, the women that
does.
he deals with, and with Colt, there's no respect.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, like, Harry Jousey plays nice in your face. Like, he's an ass. He's not gonna like blatantly like he still plays like a nice guy in your face. I think if you're trying to be Harry Jousey, Colt, you need to take some notes because you can't just like be hateable. Harry Jousey is likable, which is crazy. He's a villain, but he's likable. And Colt, he's not likable. So
Yep, that.
that part. So
Yeah.
but we hear he likes it. We hear he likes the negative attention. He doesn't mind that he's being hated and bashed online. So
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how he's feeling about it. I mean, it would definitely get to me, like seeing Kelsey's mean comments got to me, because I would hate if that were coming to me. But yeah, maybe Colt likes it. I don't know.
yeah. So where do you guys stand right now, you and Colt? Like, just enemies?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I went off on him in the group message yesterday, and I'm like, you do you. He was like, maybe we need to have a talk. I'm like, I don't need to talk to you. But then I'm in another group message with him, and I just haven't been responding. So I think he wants to be in control, and I'm not someone he can control. And I don't know if that gets to him, but yeah, he's not going to keep talking to me the way he's doing without me clapping back at him. And I think he's used to having people not clap back.
Period.
I
So
might
is there-
have been quiet on the show because I was mentally exhausted and physically drained, but like real life me is not quiet. I don't sit back. I know what the fuck is going on, and I see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So is there anything else that happened during filming that's like relevant that we didn't get to see or that you were sad we didn't get to see?
Um, there was just fun challenges that were kept out, like in the challenge where we're telling our body count and saying, can girls and guys be friends? That was actually a truth or drink challenge. So they were
Okay.
giving us like nasty shots, and Brandon threw up because it was so gross because he wouldn't give us an answer. They didn't show any of our therapy sessions. They made me and Travis hold each other's hands and look into each other's eyes and say that we were going to be there for each other. And I thought they made everyone do that, but turns out it was just me and Travis.
Oh, no.
And yeah, I think some things are edited a little bit weird. Like it makes it seem like me and Colt had conversations earlier than we did rather than later. But to me, it felt real. And so it's a bummer that it maybe wasn't.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't think anything. I'm trying to think if there's anything real good that happened. I mean, you don't see a lot of the drama. A lot of the drama that happened. You don't see like a lot of the relationships. Me and Travis got into a huge fight that lasted so long. Production actually like packed up the cameras and went inside, and we were still going. There's a lot that's not shown, but
What were you guys fighting about?
Travis he's very philosophical about things, and I was mad that he wasn't backing me up on some of the things Colt was saying. And he was like, well, you're going to take that attitude and you're going to take it right over there to Colt. And I know you're going to do it because you do it with me, and Colt's not going to take that attitude. And I was like, you don't know me. You don't know who I am. And at the end of it, so he was like, you guys, can we just hug? And I was like, hell no. And like,
Yeah.
No, we are not hugging.
yeah,
Love
like,
it.
no.
That's so funny. That's so funny. So what's next for you, Angelique? Can we expect to see you on some more dating shows, or do you want to do reality TV again? Like, or are you traumatized?
Luckily, I'm not traumatized. Nothing
Okay.
really surprises me. So even everything that happened on the show, I'm like, this is not surprising. Like the shit I would get lied to in real life.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I would, as long as I'm single, I would love to go on another dating show. Absolutely. Like keep putting me out there. Keep putting men in my face so I can meet them.
Right.
Because in the real life, like right now, I'm at the public defender's office. I'm in law school. So
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I don't have time to date people. So
Yeah.
many opportunities as I can to meet people in a way that's like outside of my real life, I love. But yeah,
Okay.
other than that, I'm just like in school, working, taking my dog out.
Single. You are
Yeah.
single right now. Don't worry, you're gonna meet you a fine ass attorney, okay?
I was gonna say, law school is a great place to meet people. So
It's a good place. They're just all so much younger than me. Like I'm 30 and I have class with like 21-year-olds. So I'm like, oh,
Professors, the professors.
In like 4 years or 5 years, you'll be so fine.
yeah. Maybe once you get out of law school and you're working in law firms, then you'll find the grown-up lawyer.
Yeah, I hope so. But yeah, for now, single, still out there, still going to Nashville. Hopefully I'm going to see Logan. Justin texted me last night and he's like, Angelique, I hope you know I'm only going on this trip because I want to see you. So Justin will be there. And yeah, Logan. So we'll see. And Colt.
Oh my God. And Colt. Yeah. Whatever.
forget Colt.
To cuss him out, I hope you and Kelsey get in his ass the way he deserves, but I have a feeling he's going to be super fake in your face. But we should have done this interview next week so you can catch us up on what happens with Logan and Justin.
You know what would be so good is if you go to the bathroom right in front of Cole with Logan or with Justin and get him back for what he did to Kelsey. So.
I'm sure he doesn't care. He sucks.
No.
That would just give him more reasons to drag me.
It's so true. Yeah.
That's true. Right, the double standard, Ashley. He can dish it, but he can't take it. He'd be like, "Oh my God!" Like the nerve of this man to be like talking about his like religious values and like all of that, and like you're literally like going into the bathroom with women, like at a bar. You can't even wait till you get home. Like that's so crazy. Like.
And the nerve of his mom to judge Kelsey's dress when her son is out there in bathrooms with women. Like, come on.
Yeah, Kelsey's dress was so modest and like he was wearing sneakers.
It was cute.
So I think it's just, I mean, maybe he lies. His mom doesn't know everything. So he probably lies
very
to her
true.
too.
Yeah, I wonder how she felt watching the show back. Like, the
Yeah.
girl had on a turtleneck in the desert. Like, I don't know what more you wanted from her. Like, Jesus.
Well, I know she didn't like Kelsey. She definitely would not have liked me. So it all worked
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yes. It
Well,
all worked out the way it should.
let everyone know where they can find you. What are you on TikTok? Are you on Instagram?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm on Instagram, Angelique_WX. I'm also on TikTok, my same name, Angelique_WX.
Yes.
And besides that, you can find me just on the streets of San Francisco at law school. Not really on the streets, but like walking my dog
Walking around.
going
Walking
to
around.
class.
Yeah.
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 And,
Okay.
and
law
in
school.
Nashville this weekend.
And then,
Yeah,
yes,
this weekend.
you have got, okay, we're going to be like hooked to your Instagram stories, like waiting for an update on what's going on, what happened with Colt, what happened with Justin, what happened with Logan, and most importantly,
Yes.
like, I hope it's all simmered down and it's you guys' time to shine. We want updates, girl.
I'll add you to my close friends so you get the
Oh, perfect.
Hell yeah.
We won't repeat it on the podcast, we promise.
We won't leak any to you without consent.
Yes, we always get permission first. Yes.
Well, this has been so much fun. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining us. And we will see you guys. Oh my God, Love Island starts tonight. So we are
Yeah.
going to be, are you a Love Island fan, Angelique?
I'm not a dating show fan.
Oh,
Oh.
interesting.
Crazy. Hot take.
Hot take. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you want to give
you change your mind.
Love Island a chance, it premieres tonight on Peacock. So we will see you guys back for that. And thank you for joining
Yeah.
us again. Bye,
Thank you,
guys.
Angelique. Bye, guys.